Hiya, this is my job today. If you can see the roses up the wall, I've got to take them down to top of the first windows. So that'll probably be what I start doing. I'll get the ladder off in a second. And then it's this flower bed to sort out. She wants to redesign the whole lot. There's a few things she wants to keep. There's some stuff she wants to move. There's some stuff she wants to get rid of. So needs a good weed as well. There's a lot of ground elder there. So there's quite a bit of work on this one. It'll take a few sessions to sort this out. Oh yeah, that would hack back. I'm just going to hack back the hedge cutter for a start to see where I am. Supposed to be a rose under there as well. So there's a big bit going up to the window. It doesn't need to be there. Also, same with that at that end of the house. These will be took back. So I think to the level of the roof sheeting stuff, the brown roof sheeting. So I'll probably do that and try to do them bits first, and then we'll come onto the ground. This is a job where we did the veg area. Show you how we got on with that. See in there, we got them two covered. I think I showed you that before, but we didn't come here last week, but week before we managed to clear out all the fruit cage. That's got to have the covering over, and some manure, farmyard manure on as well. So we've got it all there. They've left it all. So later on we'll probably come in to do that before we go. You see through there, there's an unused swimming pool and a tennis court behind it. I think they'll use a swimming pool next year, they said. It's a nice thing to have, but I always think you're limited to how much you can use it in the year, really. Even if it is heated, you know, it's got to be nice enough to want to come outside, really. But anyway, it looks pretty murky and horrible with water at the moment, so I think that'll need a good clean. But it's a nice thing to have. So I better make a start. Yeah, I'll just use my long reach Stihl first for a start, just to get the worst of that down and see where I am, really. So I'll be along with a bit of an update soon. I'm trying to do it with action as well. Using the hedge cutter did help to reduce it, but I did have to get a lot of it off using the secateurs, because there's some like chicken mesh up the wire just behind this, and there's a rose growing in it. So I thought I'd try to get the worst of it off with the hedge cutter, like you can see, and then I got the ladder and cut it right back, and I shall probably try and pull the wire back to clear behind it as well. But at least it got the majority of it off and got that out of the way for me to see exactly what was behind it. And it had really got out of hand, as you can see, but it doesn't take long to cut it back with the hedge cutter. So yeah, so that's what I did. Here we finished here today. You can see there's some rubbish there which hasn't been cleared up yet, but that bit's been cleared. What's going to happen here is she's going to pick out what plant she likes and what she doesn't, and a lot going to come out and may be moved and that, and it's going to have that black sheeting over this and then bark on top, and then she's going to plant her plants where she wants them. So that's going to be a maintenance, more or less a maintenance free bed. Well, that's the plan anyway. But it's going to take us a few sessions to sort this. Next time, a partner, she's been clearing that bit today, we'll probably try to clear halfway next time. If you see there, it's all been trimmed back along there. The roses are all trimmed back level. I'm going to clear behind there, behind that wire. You can see that chicken mesh on there. I'm going to clear behind there better on there. So yeah, that's that bit. We've made a start. We'll be here again next week. I just want to show you this also over the garden. I thought quite a neat little tree. Well, quite a big tree. It's quite unusual. I'm just going to nip up the road in a minute to have some lunch. a sneaky little McDonald's, I think. But the weather's horrible today, and it's all misty and it's trying to drizzle. But I was trying to get around to see this tree. Ooh, slipped on some grass. You can see that a gnarly old tree there. And it's quite unusual. You see up there? I'm not really quite sure what's happened. It's been trimmed back a bit, but there's some sort of strange bits coming out of it. And there seems to be another tree growing from it. So I'm quite sure what's going on there. The tree surgeon's going to come in soon to sort it out. He's doing the hedges as well. He's going to take the hedges lower. To be honest, I'm not bothered because it's quite a job and I've got to deal with all the rubbish and everything. So him with his chipper can sort that out. I would do it, but you know, I'm not bothered here. There's enough too fast to get on with on the sort of lower groundwork. See if you see that tree there, going through there. It's a bit weird. Could also almost be like a haunted tree for one day late because it was Halloween yesterday. But anyway, I thought I'd show you that. Might be of interest. Yep, so we're done here, and I shouldn't really get a McDonald's, but I think I've earned it. So we've got another one similar job to do this afternoon. So I better get my lunch and then go on to there. But it's not a very nice day, as you can see it's very misty and that, and I think it's going to be in for the day. But it's got not too cold now, it's actually drizzling a bit. But anyway, I'll carry on the video soon. Thanks for watching. Alright, the next job now, and well, this is going to be our job from now on really, over the winter, trimming stuff back and that. If you can see them, we're caught in two minds what to do with them really, because I've always just trimmed them back, sort of like a taller one, and I had actually done that this year. But then we decided we think it's best to go down the route of cutting them right back and taking all the dead out, which is the correct way. So, but if you see, what is it, that one for example, there's a lot in there, so there won't be that much of the bush left afterwards. But all it's doing now is the only bits that are flowering are the red ones, all the others are dying off. So I think we're going to give it a good hit and get them cleared. We've done two and I think they look okay actually. They look a bit wispy and that, but next year they should come on really well. And then we're going to clear the area here, and it's going to be weed membrane and bark I think here as well. So I always hated this bit working on here anyway, because it's right at the top of the garden. It rarely gets seen and appreciated, so I think the best thing to do with it really would be that, and then just keep on top of the shrubs. And then we've got that big one there, that really needs to come lower, that one there does. So there's plenty of work in this area. But yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. Get this, what we've done, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I think it's 6, yeah, smaller one in there. So I'm just going to cut the thicker bits out that are old, if you can see like that there. And there's all the nice new shoots, so we're doing that because we only ever just trimmed them to shape them up. They're getting to a stage now where it needs a real proper job done on it. So that's what we're going to do today. And luckily there's a big bonfire here, so there's going to be a fair bit of rubbish. So yeah, we'll get on. I'll show you it when they're all trimmed up, and hopefully the leaves and area cleared up a bit. So we'll have this little chunk. Plan today to try and do that and get to here. But anyway, I'll get on and I'll be along coming up pretty soon. I just thought as I had the blower near, there was this bit of path and all the leaves had fell off the pear tree, as you can see just in front. So I thought I'd blow them out of the way to get them out of the way to save them. So I'll blow them back on where we'd been working. So as you can see, it's not doing a bad job to Stihl. Yeah, I think they're nearly all off this pear tree now, so won't be too much more to clear up there. As you can see, the leaves are all loaded on the fire now. That's ready to probably light next time. I'll decide, because I've got to trim all that down, and all around the edge of here there's quite a lot of trimming to do. Well, quite a lot. There's absolutely loads of trimming to do. All around here we're just finishing off now, clearing up a bit of the leaves and that along there. I'll use me big Stihl FS450 to deal with all this. There's them nettles trimmed down over there. There's going to be loads of leaf clearing and that to do. There's absolutely tons and tons of work to do here, but we don't really have the time. We don't spend enough time here. It's a problem, but see if that will change over winter, because if they want it nice for next year, I'm going to have to spend more hours. We've sort of sorted out that a bit more or less now. If you see, there are a few weeds at the front which we've just got to get out, but I'm going to do probably the same with the big one behind there. And then these roses, I just usually hedge cut these bush roses, just so much easier, quicker, so I'll do that. I have done that one down there. And then we get across to the other side, then loads of leaves in the middle. I shall work my way through. So there's a lot of work at this end of the garden. This all gets a little bit forgot about because they don't come up here too much. And there's a fruit cage, bit of work on there, but it isn't as bad as it looks actually, I don't think, because we put some of that weed membrane down a few years back and it has kept it at bay quite a lot. The worst, you didn't used to be able to get in there. It used to be, you know, you had to start at the door and sort of work your way through from the door, but now at least you can get in there and sort it out around the base. You see it's fairly clear, and it actually does look worse than it is. A lot of bindweed gets in there. So yeah, there's still a lot of leaves to come down. I mean, you see they're really starting now. It's supposed to actually be a frost tonight, I've just heard on the radio, so they'll get some down a bit quicker. And we do need them. Would like them down quick. If they're down quick, you only have to clear them up and then you're done. But as you can see, there's a lot more trimming there to do. Enough to keep me busy for a long time here. Like I said, this is right at the back of the garden, so it does get forgot about. If you've just seen where the bonfire is, there's actually 3 paddocks. There's the one where the bonfire is in. I'll show you again. There's that one. They've been having building work, so we're done, so the tractor can get round, but I'm hoping when I get my tractor done, this is going to be my job on a fairly regular basis, because they like to have it they want to have it short, because he doesn't keep any animals or anything, but he likes to hit his golf balls across, and that's why that bit in there has actually been mowed, the centre of it. So I'm quite sure they probably want me to do a regular cut on it. So there's one up there. I've been coming here quite a few years and I've hardly ever been in that paddock. No reason to really, but you know, when my tractor's done, it'll easily cope with this, so it could be the first sort of test for it. We used to put the rubbish all on a pole behind there. We can see next to the left of the shed, and it's poled up quite high, but since this is the second people we've worked for here, worked for the other people for about 5 odd years, and these people for a year, so we just carried on. So we never had bonfires when the old people were here, but now we do, and it's gonna keep the rubbish down. Nearly tripped over grass. Yeah, so yeah, I know this garden pretty well. The new people don't do that much gardening themselves. He does, she doesn't do much at all. He cuts the grass, but they just sort of leave us to it, which is great really, because we just carry on and do it how we think. They seem to be quite happy. We've been here a year or so now, so anyway, I'll leave the video here. It's getting dark now, I've got to get ready to go home, pack up, so thanks for watching, and I'll be along with another video soon.